Alright, so I've gone ahead and made some molds. As I said previously, I didn't want to sort of take you through the whole mold making process. If that is of interest, please let me know in the comments section, and I can do a how to make molds video if that would help anyone. It's actually not as difficult or arduous as you might think. It's actually a lot of fun. So I've made molds, and they're all made out of silicone. I use a smooth-on product, Mold Max 30. So the molds I have made are, right here we have the interior from the MRC 427 Cobra. And this is kind of neat because I made the mold with the seats in it. So it should all come out as one big interior, ready for use. Along with that, of course, is a mold for the dashboards. And I actually made two molds just to make sure that they all come out. I also made a mold here for steering wheel for the Cobra, which is actually very similar to the 1/32 scale Cheetah, or the real Cheetah steering wheel. It's a very similar steering wheel. And since I had the Scalextric Ferrari GTO apart, I made a mold for the Scalextric Ferrari GTO steering wheel. I also, I made two molds of the Cobra steering wheel, sorry about that. The dashboard for the Ferrari GTO. I don't know if you're going to use it or not, but if you're making molds, may as well make molds. And here is the interior for the Scalextric Ferrari GTO, all ready to go. Again, I left the seats in, and we'll see how they all pop out. It should work okay. I also put in a couple of vent holes in my molds. Some of them, not all of them, depending upon how everything sits. And when you test them, you'll see if you'll need more vent holes, or it's always fun. But as I said, if that interests anyone, please let me know, and we can do some molding of some parts. But for now, our molds are ready. We have pipettes and cups for the A and the B part of the resin. This is what we're going to be putting our resin in. A pipette for injecting. I've also got my compressor all pumped up because we're going to use a pressure pot to get all of the air bubbles out. So they're actually going to be cast under about 20 pounds of air pressure. You're going to see all that, but let's get moving on that. Here we go. Okay, so I know you can't see it, but I've got the A and the B parts of the resin. Rubber gloves, safety first, because you don't want to get this stuff on your hands. That's why I put the wax paper down, so it'll be easier to clean up. Let's get to it. I'll take you through the whole process, A, B. Oh, I should also mention, I put a little bit of tint into the resin so I can see how well the part is being cast. If you don't put tint in, the resin comes out pure white. And it looks great, but sometimes you paint it and you go, oh, there's a blemish there, or didn't get the air enough air pressure in, or I need to vent the mold in this spot. So a little bit of tint goes a long way, just to make it gray, but it really helps see how well your part is being produced. So enough of my yakking, let's get to work. Okay, here is the tint, and this stuff is really good. It stains like crazy, so, but it's great stuff. Okay, we've got our cup. Let's do the A first, a little shake, and we're going to use 5 pipettefuls, all right, to start off with, which would give us 10 overall. So let's do 5. Two. 3. 4. and 5. All right. Now, this is where you add the tint. Cap on. And again, this stuff really stains. So you take the top off. Add the tint to your stir stick, because you don't want a lot. Just want like a little drop, like that. That's all you need. That's why these bottles last a long time. And here we go. Put it in there like that. And stir. Now you can see it's stirring. It looks black, but it's actually going to cast in gray. And that's just from hyper use that I know this. So here we go. All right. And then we're going to use 5 of part B. Before we do that, let's get our molds ready. Let's do the Ferrari interior. And we'll have these ready in case we have some overflow. We've got the steering wheel here. Oh, look at that. Vent is up there. Okay, gotcha. Vent is up there. And the dashboard. Okay, so we've got this all ready to go. In fact, we'll do this one first. Okay, let's get part B. Okay. Go. And we need 5. See that? Three, 4, 5. All right, now it's as soon as you add part B, the resin starts to activate, so you have to work relatively quickly, but not too quickly. The pot life for this particular resin is 15 minutes. So we've got about 15 minutes before it gets really hard, and I think that's enough stirring. You don't really have to stir the heck out of it. Let's put this to the side, and let's do the interior here. Now you'll notice that these seats are there, and so is that. There we go. Get some of the bubbles out. There we go. All right, now do the rest here. Okay, and then we'll do here as well. Making sure that the air bubbles are out. And plunk it in. Oh, and you can see we've put lots of resin in, but let's make sure. Very good. Okay, and this can go in the pressure pot. There we go, there's one. Very good, very, very good. All right, dashboard. And the other side of the dashboard. There's the dashboard. We'll try the steering wheel. Now you can see how the vent holes work. Let's see if they actually do work. Oh, look at that. It does work. Doesn't take much. That's all done. Let's see if we have enough for the Cobra interior. I think we will. Go. Seats. Around. Gear lever. Yeah, the gear lever will actually come out. It's really kind of cool. I hope. Make sure this all squeezes out. There we go. And fill it up with resin. Go. Da, 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 May not have enough resin. Let's see. Go. One more. Make sure there's no air. There we go. You can see the air coming up there. Good stuff. Now then, steering wheel. That's one. 2. Now, dashboards. One. And we used a perfect amount of resin. How about that? That doesn't happen often. All right, let's put everything in the pressure pot. We've got the pieces in the pot. Put this bag, pressure pot here. There we go. And we're going to we're going to put 20 pounds of pressure in this pressure pot for 20 minutes. I'm using this valve here to take air from my compressor. You can hear that. Take it up to 20 psi. There we are. Unhook the compressor. And now we'll wait 20 minutes. Anyone for a cup of tea? Okay, it has been, well, okay, a little more than 20 minutes. We're going to release the pressure in the pressure pot and take the molds out, see how they look. Let's do that now. Okay. Well, let's see how the interior came out. Let's hope it came out in one piece. Seal. Okay. Well, this looks better. And we do! Oh my goodness, look at that. Beautiful. Just lovely. Wow. Perfect. Alrighty. Well, we've got to let this cure, we've got to let this cure overnight so it gets really nice and rigid, and it's a good part, I love it. And I think this is the This is the interior we're going to use as the basis for the interior for our Cheetah. So, let it cure overnight, and we'll see you soon. The body required some alteration to allow the front engine to fit. There was a piece of plastic that I had to remove to allow the motor to clear the body. Once this was accomplished, it was time to fit the interior to the body. I chose to use the interior from the Scalextric Ferrari GTO. And began making the necessary changes to make it fit. Here are the components ready to paint and detail, then fit to the Cheetah body. The driver, the full interior, utilizing the dashboard and shift lever from the Carrera model, and steering wheel, and the roll bar, also from the original slot car. Well, I got some painting to do.
I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe.